Black and Catholic, it means that I come to my church fully functioning. That doesn't frighten you, does it? I come to my church fully functioning. I bring myself, my Black self, all that I am, all that I have, all that I hope to become. I bring my whole history, my traditions, my experience, my culture, my African American song and dance and gesture and movement and teaching and preaching and healing and responsibility as gift to the church.
Good morning. My name is Laura Sheehan, and I am the project coordinator for Catholic Charities Social Concerns for the Archdiocese of Indianapolis. And I'm here this morning with Anita. Anita, can you go ahead and introduce yourself?
Sure. Good morning. My name is Anita Bardo, and I'm a member of St. Rita Catholic Church, and I'm also employed here at the Archdiocese of Indianapolis as coordinator of Evangelization and Discipleship. Also at St. Rita, I am the Director of Faith Formation and Youth Ministry. I have been Youth Ministry for 22 years and Faith Formation Director for 12 years.
That's so great. So we're here today honoring Black Catholic History Month, and we're kind of guided here by the quote from Sister Thea Bowman, in which she enumerates some gifts that the Black Catholic Church brings to the wider church as a whole. And with your extensive experience in teaching the faith, both at St. Rita and then here in your evangelization work, I was wondering if you could talk specifically about how Black Catholic teaching is maybe distinctive, or how you see that gift within the church.
Sure. Thank you for that question. So just growing up, if I can just go back, I just know that growing up in my home, that going to Mass was like non-negotiable. It was one where we went as a family. We were involved. It was active participation, not just sitting in the pews. And so from that, it was, something that I really experienced and enjoyed. I also went to St. Rita Catholic Church, a school, all my life, from preschool, kindergarten, all the way to 1st to 8th grade. And we had religion class. And so part of that was just knowing more about my faith. And I really enjoyed the experience and being involved. And I want to say that when I had a teacher, which actually ended up being my aunt, she taught us religion. And that was very inspirational because she gave of her experience and she shared her experience, with us as a family. And so I kind of took that and just enjoyed going to Mass and being involved. And as I got more involved in the church, it became, apparent that there was something more for me to do. And I know when I was in about 6th or 7th grade, I know that there was an interest in being an altar server. And so in 7th grade, there was a priest that we had, and he just wanted to encourage all kids to be an altar server, boys and girls included. And so he pushed the envelope a little bit and wanted the girls to be altar servers as well. And so with that, I was one of 7, and we were the first Black girl altar servers. And so that became like a big deal for me. Yeah. And so with that, I stayed on the altar. I never went back to the pews, And so that was really a great experience because I felt being close to the priest and close to God, I was right there. Mm-hmm. And it meant a lot to me. Mm-hmm. And so that experience went for years and years and years, all the way through high school. Mm-hmm. I still became an altar server. And as I became an adult, I became an acolyte. And to this day, I still serve the church in that way.
That's great.
In my role as a director of faith formation, it didn't come easy. Mm-hmm. And because we had a priest back then, he put me through school and helped me, get those the understanding of what it meant to be in that role. Mm-hmm. And so I went through a lay ecclesiastical ministry program, and it was a wonderful opportunity for me to learn a little bit more. And also as youth director, that was some years ago, of course. And so I felt right in place, to be youth director because I was so involved. So what I did was I just asked those that were before me, right? I asked those that taught me before. I asked priests, their thoughts, their opinion, and I was able to really get a feel of what it meant to give back, or what my faith meant. And so I really stayed close to those particular individuals because they just helped me along the way. And so I just prayed about it. I didn't know a lot about, praying, asking the Holy Spirit to be there until, it was mentioned, adoration and prayer and time. And I said, you know what, I can do this. And I just took it and I just ran with it. And it's been such an amazing experience to be able to teach and to give back. Teaching confirmation, teaching RCIA classes, both for adults and for children. Also started off teaching reconciliation and First Communion. Well, I kind of brought in some catechists to help me with that, and also baptism prep, for our families. And so I do a lot of that, and it's just been really fulfilling. Gotten some more teachings, read some more books, got some more education behind me, and just to really feel where God was leading me and where I needed to be. And then youth ministry. To me, that was just a lot of fun, and walking with young people where they are, and sometimes young people need that that conversation with someone other than family. And so I felt that maybe I could be that one. Though I had my own family and my own kids, I just felt that I can be that one that could really sit there and just walk young people through some of their trials and their challenges that they have in life. And so that's been really fulfilling for me as well. So with those in mind, just knowing that in life there has always been something that I was yearning more for. I never knew what it was. I never understood what God was leading me to other than the things that I was already a part of. And so understanding that, I felt that in my secular job, if I can say, that I was in for 32 years, I still was in the church. I was still fulfilling what I was already doing, and but there was still something missing. And then life, has its challenges, and I went through a lot of different ups and downs in my life that, allowed me to see God and to see how He works. And so with those challenges and being able to share my story, it was one where God was leading me a different place, and which led me here. And that is part of my story. Part of what I can share with others is not knowing the path that God has for you is when you open your eyes and see. And when I opened my eyes to see, then that's what led me here. And the friendship that I have here, at the Archdiocese, and those that have already been working here, and that it became apparent that this is where I needed to be. And so being here, it'll be a year next month, and it's been a awesome experience, a wonderful experience to be able to be at the diocese. And to me, it's on a bigger scale for me, working in the church, but then also working here, because it's bigger. It's bigger than me, right? It's not all about me. It's all about what can I do to make a difference in someone else's life. And this position that I'm in of evangelization and discipleship is just that. What is God calling us to do? And again, open my eyes to see. Though I never truly understood, but now I see better. I am more in tune with my faith. I am more in tune where I am able to share my own story, and I'm able to share my path with others. And being uncomfortable is one of those one of those things, is being uncomfortable to share, being uncomfortable to give back, and not looking for the response. Though I say, though I pray, that's all it's needed, and God says it's okay. If we're able to do one thing or change one life, or be able to make a difference, then that's all I ask. And always knowing more about my faith and prayer, and that that's what changed me, over time, because we're always growing, we're always learning, and teaching is we're learning every day,
right.
And we're never going to stop learning, with
Yep.
each other. And I think that has allowed the difference of my faith, of what I went through, to just share with others. Whether it's black, white, Asian, Hispanic, it doesn't matter. We're all on the same path, right? Though our paths are different, we're all serving one God. And we're all asking God is to show us the way, So for me to share that with any denomination, right, is just, love God the way that He loves us, share your faith, be kind, be understanding, have a listening ear, and just be able to just do what He's asked us to do. And that's just to be us people, people of faith, Yeah. So that's kind of like just a little bit of my journey, to be able to share that with you, and just to know that there's so much more. That's to come, and I look forward to that. Yes.
Yeah. I love that. I love how you really noted the kind of traditional handing on of the faith, like you received it from your aunt who was your religion teacher and from your family, and now here you are like taking that gift and teaching it and handing it on to others.
Yes.
So I love that. It reminds me of like that St. Paul where I received from the Lord and I also handed it on to you. You're doing it, right?
Absolutely.
Right?
Yes.
Is there anything else you want to mention that we didn't cover yet?
Other than I really have a understanding of evangelization, and I want to be able to show that and share with others, through our diocese, through the 126 parishes that we have here, is how are we walking with others? How are we sharing our faith with others? And just having that relationship with one another, saying, hi, how are you? How's your day? A simple way of just greeting someone. And so I wanted to share that it is not about everything being so big, right? It's all about simplifying who we are in our lives. And sometimes it takes just one person to make a difference.
Yes.
And that's what each of us are called to do. And that's what I want to share, being in this position as coordinator of evangelization and discipleship. We're all growing in faith together. We're all on the same path, and it's so important that, we build that within ourselves, our spiritual maturity. Where are we there? I was listening to, I attended Mass here a couple weeks ago, and the priest that said it, Father Eric, and it just made me really think, knowing God and know God, right? To know Him is so far more important. Knowing God, we all may know God, right? But to know God is that relationship that we have that's in our heart, that resonates within our heart, and the love that we have to give to others. That's so important. And that really, really took me to say, that's what we need to have, is that relationship with God. And that's all. Everything else will fall in place.
Yes.
So that's what, I just kind of want to share that and share about evangelization and discipleship and walking in faith together. That's just, one thing that I want to just leave here is just know that, it's not always easy. Take that leap of faith.
Yes.
And just go for it.
Yeah.
And just be happy about it.
Yes.
Yes.
I love that.
Yes.
Thank you so much, Anita, for sharing part of your story and reflecting on that gift of teaching and evangelization, that work that you're doing in the church today.
Yes.
So thank you.
Thank you so much. I do appreciate your time too.
Thank you.
Thank you.